I hope you are doing well. It is absolutely freezing. I've just pulled up at work and I've got 45 minutes before I should actually be in work. But the motorway that I use the M6 to get to work where I am now, is absolutely shocking. Yesterday it took me 2.5 hours. I left my house at 5:45 to get to work, which should only take 35 minutes via the motorway. And it took 2 hours. I didn't get to work till 7:45. It is absolutely ridiculous. So today I've got to be in work at 7 o'clock again. And I decided to leave out really, really early. And I've just got to work and it is now, well, just before, as I started the line, it was just 6:15. So I've got 45 minutes to wait and I am so tired. I went to bed early last night. Got up at 4:30 this morning. Get here early. Oh, because I also got to do like almost half a mile walk to get to where I am. And there was an accident on a motorway this morning. There was a fire brigade on the M42, just at junction 6 of the M42. That's just cleared it now, but it was a bit of a backlog this morning. And I was like, you see, that's why I need to leave early. I hate the M6. It is such a bad motorway. I would say it's on par with the M25. I've only got to the M25 if I ever need to go to Gatwick Airport or something when I'm picking somebody up or dropping somebody off. But it seems that motorway, the M6, is like one of the main arteries around the country. And I think if they made the bypass free, you know, the M6 toll, if they made the M6 toll free, it would free up so much traffic on the M6, because it's really expensive to go on the M6 toll. I think for a car, it's something like £10.50. If I turn this light on, will it make it any better? Hey, you can see me. It's like £10.50. If I turn this on, will it make it any better? Right back. Yeah. It's £10.50, and that's one way. And that's just ridiculously expensive. And I think it's close to £15 if you're haulage, you know, HGV or something. Now, when it first opened, I remember that it was like £2 for a car or something ridiculous, £1.50 for a bike, or £1 for a bike, and a truck maybe £3 or £4, something like that. I think if they made it cheap like that, they would get a lot more people to use it. For some reason, businesses, they use this business model where they try and get as much money out of everybody as possible. Whereas, my personal opinion, I don't know how it works, but if you get more people at a slightly lower price, you make more money. So if I was you know, CEO, CFO of the M6 toll, I'd be like, okay, well, if our numbers are something like, let's say we get 50 million cars over the course of a year, if we reduce the price by 20%, you'll get a lot more people going on there, because it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot quicker. Therefore, you'll make more money, because you'll double your people who are using it, your customers. But they just make it so expensive, prohibitively so. Or maybe make it per full journey. So it's £10.50, but it's there and back. It's two-way, and you have like a little dongle in your screen or something. So when you go through, that identifies, oh, you've gone one way, and then when you come back, it identifies who's coming back, and you don't have to pay that second, you know, half. Maybe that's something that they could look at. I don't know. If I was, like I said, if I was in charge, I'd look at something like that to make it a bit more palatable. Because if you're going somewhere, like if I'm going to my mum's house, I live at one end of the M6 toll, and then I want to go back. Hey, Dal boy, how you doing, son? And then I want to come back again. That's £20 for a journey. Or if I'm going to work and I want to miss out the M6 proper, it's £20 a day. I'm not spending £100, or well, over £100, because it's £10.50. It's actually £20 a day. So yeah, £100 a week just to go to work. Well, what point is that? Oh. And you get other places where the tolls, you know, £2 or £3 each. But for some reason, the M6 toll is ridiculously expensive, and it's always empty. I've never heard of a news report in the entire time that the M6 has been open that it's full. You know, you always hear that the M6, oh, it's got an accident on it, it's this, it's that. But the M6 toll, I've never. How long's the M6 toll been open? What, 20 years now? Close to that. And I've never heard of a news report yet saying that it is. It's to capacity. It's full. It's blocked because of so many people using it. Also, guys, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel, because I'm trying to grow the channel. I've just got monetized on this particular channel and I'm trying to grow it. I would love to get to, let's say, 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and it's entirely possible if you guys subscribe to the channel, because it really does help out the channel. And I've got some new content coming, and with your help I can elevate my content, because I want to do some adventures and some good stuff this year. So please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Skyfire 2025. Just came to say hi before this DMT kicks in. I feel it coming. I don't know what a DMT is, so I hope it's all right. But yeah, so I hope you guys, if from the UK, have stayed safe during the last storm last week. It was pretty rough, to be fair. I did a little video on the channel. It's only about a minute long, of how white my local area was. So go and check it out. It was ridiculous. The snow was about 1.5 feet deep. When I had to come off my drive because I took my wife to work because she didn't want to drive in it. Where my car was parked, obviously that was free of snow. But to come off the drive, the car was just spinning, and I've got winter tyres on my car. So I had to drive back onto my drive again, and then come off really, really quickly. And then kind of get off the road while my wheels were spinning and slipping. But the main road, the main-ish road out of mine, because I live on a cul-de-sac, the main road, kind of like out of my road, was mulchy, but mulchy, slippery, but okay. And then the main roads were better. And then the next day we had a bit more snow, and then it was back to square one again. And then by the weekend it was gone, so it was all good. But yeah, those 2 days, 3 days, just didn't leave the house after my wife was at work and stuff like that. So that was cool. A few people that I know got stuck. I saw some pictures out of Birmingham where people were stuck on the on the Hagley Road for like 2.5, 3 hours. And so many pictures, videos and pictures of people driving way too fast for the conditions. I don't understand, when people see that the conditions are so bad, why people drive fast. There was a video, it was on, I think it was TikTok, where somebody was driving down a road, and you could clearly see that they were going far too fast, and they hit the brakes, and obviously because it's snowing and because it's icy, they just kept going. They managed to maneuver around one car, but there was another car like a little bit further on in the distance, and they tried to stop and maneuver around that car, and it just didn't happen. And I was like, well, I could have told you that. If you're going down a road like that, you want second gear, maybe, possibly first, and then that way you can control your speed better, because your engine won't let you go above a certain speed. But this should be in the manual when you learn it, when you're taking your test, about road conditions. When it's icy, slippery, you want to go slow and steady. I don't mind spending an extra half an hour, 45 minutes when I'm driving in adverse weather. I always leave a massive gap. In the rain, I leave a gap. Also, if you've ever had a car that your brakes have failed on you, like I have, I had my very first car, I had a Peugeot 205. It was a 1 litre, and one day I was actually going to my mechanic anyway for something else, and luckily it was a Sunday morning, and I drove out, got up to the top of the road, hit the brakes, and nothing. the pedal went straight to the floor. And yeah, that wakes you up first thing in the morning, let me tell you. But I managed to make it from where I was living to my mechanic, and apparently my rear brake thing had gone. You know, the reservoir that holds your brake fluid at the back, because it was discs at the front, drums at the back, and apparently that leaked throughout the whole night. And yeah, by the time I got there was literally the Fidget Squad boys. How you do? Hope you're doing well. Good morning. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody, by the way. I should have said that at the start. Yeah, they were they'd gone. So when I was coming up to lights and stuff, I couldn't use the foot brake because literally nothing was happening. So I had to use the handbrake. Back then, cars had handbrakes. Nowadays, cars have electronic handbrakes. Like my Insignia has an electronic handbrake, which I don't like. I like a good e-brake. Not that I'm out here drifting and stuff like that, but it's just better, innit? It's one more thing to go wrong. Mechanical stuff, if it goes wrong, you can just fix it. Whereas electronic stuff, it's a lot more complicated. Anyway, guys and girls, I gotta go back to work. Well, I gotta head into work now. I've got about nearly a mile walk, because where I'm working and where this car park is, it's an absolute mission. So thank you for indulging me in this live. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Help me build this channel out, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers for this year. That would be absolutely amazing and beyond. Got some cool content coming, so please do subscribe. Also, I'm going to Auto Alex this year. I've been for the last couple of years, but I've just got my tickets for this year. So yeah, if you want to see, if you go in there, I'll be around somewhere. Come up and say hello if you do see me about. Anyway, guys, thank you for indulging me. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.